Alright, today we're going to do a commercial MRE. This one is from the 1300 XT line from XMRE. And it's menu number 3, Creamy Spinach Fettuccine. Also, I should mention this is quite fresh. This is a 2018 MRE. It has a date code on it, or lot code of 8143, meaning that this was packaged on the 143rd day of 2018. Should also mention that obviously this is an outdoor review, and in addition to that, making this a little bit special, I'm actually filming this. Let's see if I can kind of show you. I'm filming this at the site of an old cellar hole on an island off the coast of Maine. This is probably the coolest location shot I've ever done. And just to let you know, we may be interrupted by some chickens at some point. Like this one here. Just checking things out. But anyway, as I said, XMRE Creamy Spinach Fettuccine. This is a relatively new entree, and I would say I've never had this one before, but I actually just recently did a review of a genuine US MRE that featured the Creamy Spinach Fettuccine from 2016. This is going to be sort of an unofficial 2-part video. That video will act as part 1, and this will act as part 2. So we have seen the entree, but now we're going to check out a commercial version. A little more information I should mention. The bag actually does tell you what's inside of it. The front of the bag is a generic XMRE bag. No menu number or anything like that. But the sticker on the back gives you all kinds of information, including all the contents, all the ingredients for all the contents, overall nutrition facts for the entire meal, which I think is an awesome touch. And one thing I forgot to mention on earlier videos, it also includes the exact weight of each MRE, which is kind of cool. We'll check out the contents. Here's the entree, Creamy Spinach Fettuccine, the date code of, hey, this chicken's pecking at my pants. The date code of 7304, so the entree was from the 304th day of 2017. And we have chipotle tortillas, orange beverage base powder, a chocolate chip cookie, trans fat free. And we also have plain cheese spread, which this doesn't exactly have. This feels like this isn't full. That's weird. It's very, feels kind of empty down here. But cheese spread, normally you would think you'd put that on the bread product, but the chipotle tortillas, I'm not exactly sure what those would go with. And we have the XMRE branded nut raisin mix, 2 ounces. We have the new XMRE flameless ration heater. This is actually just the bag. And here's the heating element. We have a hot beverage bag, and we have a heater sleeve. And we also have the accessory pack. Which includes coffee instant type 2, spray dried, sugar, Coffee Mate creamer, salt and pepper, napkin, fresh nap, moist towelette, and an MRE spoon. Alright, we'll start off by mixing up the coffee, and then we'll put the coffee and the entree in the flameless ration heater. Yeah, I'm actually just going to do this one black. I'll just do the coffee. heater bag has steam vents in it. This is a very powerful reaction this thing makes. So because of that, even though this has a ziplock on the top of the bag, they still have to pack the heating element separately. So in a watertight compartment. Getting a little bit windy out here, so I'm kind of putting all the trash into the outer bag as it generates. And we'll add 3 to 5 ounces of water. Up to the fill line. Seal up the top. Give it a little bit of shake just to make sure the water's in there. And we'll wait for the reaction, which should only take a few seconds. There it comes. And give this, it says to give it about 3 to 5 minutes to heat everything up. And while that does its job, we'll check out the rest of the components. We've got an audience. Is the nut raisin mix. I have sunflower seeds, raisins, dry roasted peanuts, and almonds. Trans fat-free chocolate chip cookie. Nice looking cookie, definitely. There are the chipotle tortillas. Which definitely have a nice spicy smell coming off of them. And the cheese spread, as I mentioned, this is weird cheese spread. I don't know if this is like a factory second or something, but it's not really as full. It's only 1 ounce, but usually these feel a lot more full than this. It feels kind of thin, and then the whole bottom here is empty. But let's knead it up. I'm sure it's fine. And I'm going to put a little bit of this on one of the tortillas just because I don't really have anything else to put it on. I guess the other tortilla we'll try to have that with the fettuccine. I don't know how the cheese will go on the fettuccine. And the orange beverage-based powder. Just gonna mix it up in a mug since there's no. This is not in one of the large bags that you can mix it up in, and I'm already using the beverage bag for the coffee. I don't really have enough room for 12 ounces in here, but it's okay if it's a little bit strong. I don't mind. I am filming this review about 8 o'clock in the morning, so even though it's not a breakfast MRE, which actually probably would have been a good idea if I had picked a breakfast one, the orange beverage-based powder with its tang-like flavor. It's kind of a good breakfasty sort of thing. Okay, and that was actually good timing. All we have left is the entree and the coffee. And I just happened to have been visited by an unexpected guest, Mrs. gschultz9, who I think will probably be more of a fan of this than I am. But it'll be good to get a second opinion. And she's also more of a fan of coffee than I am. So, hello.
Hey! Got some coffee for me?
I do.
Looking forward to that.
I'm going to actually get to use the my little Swedish foldable coffee cup, camping coffee cup from the Magnus.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I think you saw it before, but it's never
I
seen
didn't know
it in
what it
action.
was.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's a coffee cup for camping.
I saw it on the counter and I thought it was like a filter, which is not right. Obviously, I didn't look that carefully.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to find I'm using the new XMRE flameless ration heater, which is a lot more powerful than regular ones. So even though we haven't got everything set up, why don't you take a sip of this and see how hot it is. I also didn't add cream or sugar, just in case you were coming out.
I like this cup. Magnus sent you that?
Mm-hmm. From Sweden.
Oh my god. It burned my tongue.
Yep, it worked, right?
Oh yeah.
So the Creamy Spinach Fettuccini is a vegetarian entree. Pretty new one too. It's only been around for a couple of years. I've had one very recently, and I'm not a big fan of it. I don't want to say it's bad. It's spinach, you know, and creamy. That's what it looks like right there.
Yeah, but it's probably healthier. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. At least it looks and smells and seems healthy. It still has a lot of the MRE type ingredients in it, of course. You know, take a quick smell of it before I plate it.
Mm-hmm. It definitely smells. It kind of smells like cream spinach. Obviously, that's like the first thing. Comforting.
One thing I got out of it, despite the fact it's vegetarian, it doesn't have chicken in it. It kind of reminds me of like a chicken soup base.
Mm-hmm. Like a stewy kind of thing.
Yeah, or even just like a like a cup of noodle kind of chicken soup. I don't know if you would agree with that. That's good. That's why it's good to get the second opinion.
I get that.
Alright, I had to switch positions because we have to guard the food from the chickens, but this might be an interesting bit of a review here. Let me give this a quick try. I have had it already. Yeah, as I said, I hate to say it's disgusting or gross or bad. It may be something that is right up some people's alley. Just not really up mine. Ms. gschultz9 definitely has a different palate than me, and may find this more appetizing. It's obviously, you can see, it's creamy. It's definitely in a cream sauce. A lot of spinach in there. Very chopped up. It's not like you're getting leaves of spinach, but there's a lot of green in there. And there are mushrooms too. I'm not seeing as many as I did in the last one, but here's some mushroom right here. And that's really what you're getting. You're getting fettuccine, you're getting the pasta, the cream sauce, and spinach and mushrooms. Pretty simple dish. Maybe very welcomed. It's one thing I like about it is different. It's not something I've ever seen anything like this before in an MRE. It's just not up my alley. Give the nut raisin mix a little taste. See if I can get a little bit of everything in here. That's good. Like the military ones. There's no added salt. It's just the flavor of the nuts. The raisins give it a little sweetness. Otherwise, it's pretty bland overall. Try some orange beverage with some floaties in it. It tastes good in the morning. It basically tastes like Tang. It doesn't have that Kool-Aid, Gatorade kind of flavor that you expect from carbohydrate electrolyte ones. Let me give this a little try. The chipotle tortillas with the plain cheese spread. Yeah, it actually goes pretty well together. There's a lot of people like the jalapeno cheese spread, and this actually kind of makes the plain cheese spread taste like the jalapeno one with the kick of the chipotle. It's not bad. I'm gonna get the chocolate chip cookie. And that's good. Like I said earlier, the trans fat free nature can lend itself to being less flavorful, but I don't know if it's just the chocolate chips making up for it, but it's not bad at all. It's pretty good.
So this is the
That's the creamy chicken fettuccine. Sorry, not chicken. Creamy spinach fettuccine. I wish it was chicken.
Mm-hmm. That's good. It's really good vegetarian. Yeah.
I'm really
and
glad.
This is the chipotle.
Yeah, actually, it is the chipotle tortilla with the plain cheese spread.
Mm-hmm.
You can just try it on the tortilla too if you want.
On the plain tortilla?
Yeah, if you want. I don't know if you want to try. I mean, try to make combinations of different things to make things more interesting. And it's just sort of interesting that they put tortillas in rather than crackers or wheat snack bread. I'm not exactly sure why, but so you can do that. And that'll give it a little bit of a kick because there's no hot sauce in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I like them together.
So this isn't bad. What you like the chicken burrito bowl, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
How'd you rate this compared to that? On par with that?
Yeah, on par.
All right. So that's why it's great to get a different opinion because I don't like this. It's there aren't many MREs I can say I don't like, and this is.
Is it the consistency you don't like?
Yeah, the creaminess, the consistency. I don't really like mushrooms. I mean.
Oh yeah, there were mushrooms in
this.
this.
I'm a big kid, so I know spinach is good, but it's just having that overall spinach flavor doesn't really do too much for me.
I think it's like a texture thing for you.
I think so. And you like the coffee, right? This was type 2 spray dried.
Yeah, the cup flavor. Did you wash the cup before?
Not just before, no. You're getting some flavor from the cup.
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually used it. I mean, it's been kind of sitting around.
Yeah. I'm getting a little cup flavor, but coffee was good. Cookie's good.
Yep, that one's
Is there oatmeal in it?
Yeah, there's something like a little texture kind of thing going on in there. Unbleached wheat flour. I don't see anything that there's molasses. All right, and then there's the nut raisin mix. I don't know if you tried that, but that's really about it. Oh, actually, why don't you try this too? This is the orange beverage. Let's see if that reminds you of anything.
Tang?
Yes, yeah. It's, a lot of times the genuine MREs, they put this into the breakfast rations. This kind of has that breakfast sort of thing going on. I think that was about it. I hope we didn't miss anything. So overall, this is quite good. Me personally, and it depends on your taste. I'm not a big fan of the creamy spinach fettuccine. Mrs. G. Schultz likes it more than I did. I was kind of not too surprised by that, and glad to get that second opinion. Otherwise, overall, a little bit odd having the plain cheese spread and the chipotle tortillas. I thought it was, because this doesn't really seem like a dish you would put on a tortilla and make like a burrito out of, but it actually does go really well together because the plain cheese spread can be a little bit boring, and this kind of kicks it up a notch.
You know what else, hon? It's a good balance between the texture of the fettuccine creaminess. You get something you can kind of chew, and it's a little bit stronger flavor. I think it's pretty smart.
Yeah, I don't know how much thought went into the R&D, but it does seem like the chicken burrito bowl seemed like a lot of thought went into that one, and maybe this one too. But it was a look at a 2018 XMRE menu number 3 creamy spinach fettuccine with guest appearances by some chickens and Mrs. gschultz9. So, thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, no. Okay.
Just shut up. No.
Jesus.
You gotta hurry.